Hey guys, in this video, let's discuss how we can monitor insights of Redis cache. So guys, personally, I believe this is the most important part of having Redis cache. So guys, what I mean is having Redis cache implemented is not enough. And we must monitor whether the cache is actually useful or not. That is, whether it is actually adding any value to our application, whether the performance has increased. That means we should actually check whether the cache has been useful or whether it is a liability. So guys, there are two important metrics which we must keep monitoring. So the first one is cache miss rate and the second is CPU utilization and used memory percentage. Now as far as this video is concerned, we will discuss only cache miss rate. And then in our next video, we will discuss CPU utilization and used memory percentage. And then guys, we can monitor these metrics under cache, under monitor and under metrics. Okay, and now let's discuss cache miss rate. So guys, it is the percentage of cache request where we cannot find the key or the record from cache. And guys, as you can guess, lower this cache miss rate, that means better is the performance. That means we have implemented cache correctly. And so we must target for low cache miss rate. And now let's actually see a simple demo. So again guys, if you see, this is our API, that is get app admin list. So basically it returns the list of app admins from our application. And now in this method, that is in this API, first we check whether the required record of list of admins, whether it is present in the cache or not. If it is not present, we fetch it from the backend database, we add it in the cache and we return it. And now for all subsequent requests, of course this record, it will be there in the cache. So we will simply go to this else block and we will return that record from cache, and now there is no need to go to the database to retrieve that record. Great. So this has been working great so far. And now for this particular video, what I have done is I have simply commented this line. Okay. So basically when we fetch this record from the database, I am not adding or I am not setting this record in the cache. So that means every time the record, it will be retrieved from the database. And so again, this is to test cache miss rate, right? So again guys, as you can guess, when we run this API, every time the control, it will go in this if block. That means we will check whether the record is there in cache or not. So every time we will not receive the record from cache, that means there is cache miss. That means we cannot find the record from cache. Let me run this API a few times. So here I will say refresh. So again, as you can see, the debugger has been hit. So I will say go next. And see guys, again we are going into this if block. That means record is not obtained in cache. So I will say continue. I will again say refresh. And again we are in if block, and again we have not obtained the record in cache because that record is not there in the cache. So I will say continue. So guys, like this I will run this API a few times. Okay guys, I have run this API a few times, and now let's go to the Azure portal and let's find that matrix, that is cache miss rate. So guys, we are in Azure and this is our Redis cache, and here on the left hand side, let's go down. Guys, under monitoring, can you see this matrix? Let's click. And now from this metric drop down, I will select cache miss rate. And guys, can you see this graph? See this cache miss rate, it is 100%. So this cache has not been any useful for us. In fact, it has been a liability or it is causing bottleneck, right? And so again we should target for low cache miss rate. So that's it guys for this video. Thanks for listening.